mentioned, people are commenting, look at that. So nice.
Oh, thanks. You wouldn't think it after the weekend I've had.
What did you do?
Oh, I literally went out for Saturday, went out for food and wine, and then Sunday we drunk for like 14 hours.
Wow. That's marathon, man. It's like, how did you
Yeah,
cope with that?
this is what I do. But I feel now I need to make those little changes back, and just slowly get back into it.
Thank you for coming on, first of all, because I really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it. It's your time to talk to me and talk to us, because you are the first timer. We call it first time, your first time doing this with us. So, and
Yeah.
I was so looking forward conversation with you, because you can tell us everything, prior, during, and then after, like emotions and the mind, mental blockages, and how you went through and all that. So you're just perfect the person to talk to. Before we start, just for everyone actually to meet you officially, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what do you do, and what's your lifestyle, as in, so people have
Okay.
insight in your energies and your vibration and how you lead your life.
Okay. So my name is Tracy Thomas. I've got two boys, 10 and 13. I'd say my lifestyle has been, in my earlier years, quite partyish and drinking, etc. And then I've slowly tried to get myself more healthy. I've always been into superfoods, etc. So when I heard, oh, and I also, I'm a dental nurse, but I also do crystal therapy and Reiki and massage. So like healing treatments, because I had my own trauma about 9 years ago, and I struggled so much with it that I had all of the different healings to help me. So then I trained in it so I could actually help people. So that's kind of, I use a lot of oils. I've got millions of crystals. I just love everything to do with energy and vibration. So when I heard about your full moon eclipse reset from Tracy Rainbow, I was really excited because I'm obsessed with the moon, I'm obsessed with the planets,
Yeah.
and I know how much these portals and these eclipses ruffle us up but propel us forward. So I wanted to really propel myself forward.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Exactly. Perfect. Just quickly, I'm curious myself, because I don't know. How old are you? Don't say if you don't want to.
46.
Oh my God. That's amazing. Honestly, I told you at 35, and I'm calculating boy of 10, boy of 13 is like, it's not met, you
Yeah, well, I
really,
didn't have Noah till I was 34 and Kobe when I was 37. So
wow.
I've been enjoying myself. That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
And then when you're ready, you end up in motherhood, and now different lifestyle. Now you have to, yeah, body is not as 20 years old anymore. Now it's approaching
No,
50.
no, yeah. Yeah, and I think, from a healer's point of view, if you've got anything wrong with you, it starts emotionally and in your chakras, and then it will go into a physical ailment. And my dad said to me, when you hit 45, you go downhill. And I have noticed, like, my eyesight. I've always had something wrong with my stomach. I've been waiting to have the camera put down put down to see what's wrong with me. But you know what? My week detox with you, nothing. No pain when I press my stomach, no acid, absolutely nothing. I don't think I'll be having that camera down my throat. I will just be continuing
Yeah.
with, obviously, it's the acidic foods, probably the nightshade family, maybe the alcohol, it's working out, but dairy and wheat as well, isn't it? All of it.
Oh God, but actually, all food, even the
Yeah,
superfoods, once you get into it a little bit deeper, even superfoods are not as healthy. So you have to really, really clever. How do you actually feed
right.
yourself nowadays? But we'll talk about it next time. There's
Yes.
what's going on in the world in that health department is you would be surprised. It's crazy. So
Yeah.
my next question is, what motivated you to join us? You told us a little bit about energies, but what
Um, I
really?
think because it was because of the way it was worded, full moon reset, because I know that on a full moon you release, and Tracy had told me about it, and I had just started doing Herbalife because I'm on the menopause and I've got an underactive thyroid, and I just couldn't get that little bit of weight off me. And obviously, Herbalife worked for that week or so I did it, but I did feel it was a little bit like fake powders. The
Mhm.
vitamins were there, but it got me into realizing I'm not drinking enough water and I'm not eating any protein, hardly. So then it's as if when I started doing yours, it was just more my kind of thing. It was to do with the energies, it was to do with the superfoods. When I looked at the ingredients, like, I'm not dissing Herbalife, but it's a lot of sugar. And
Oh,
I know that sugar is
the blood
probably one of the
cells.
main things that we
Yeah,
shouldn't be having, you know?
totally. Yeah. Oh, sugar is bloody the worst, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You
Yeah,
can't
I
escape it.
had so much energy when I was doing that, but then I realized it was the sugar. So all the poor people in work, because I was raving about that for a week, and then I came back then with my crazy colored shake, and they were like, "Whoa, what's in that?" So
Yeah,
as I
green.
reeled it all off to them, they were like,
Oh my God, what she's drinking some green slimy thing. And it's like, but it was actually delicious, isn't it? You would look,
"Yeah,
you would not eat it, but I love it. It's
yeah,
my
I
highlight of
do."
the day.
Yeah, and whenever I go downstairs now, I've got everything in jars, and I'm ready for the next one.
Another thing is what I wanted to ask you. So have you done anything like this before? Do you practice yoga, meditation? I mean, you mentioned little bits
Um,
like,
I've done little bits and bobs of yoga with my friend. She's a teacher, and I've done little bits of meditation because I've done a lot of courses. Because obviously I've trained with the
mm,
crystals, with the Reiki and everything. But I've always been a little bit lazy to do it on my own.
yeah,
So doing it with you every morning, oh my gosh! Sometimes I'd wake up, I was so tired, and I was like, oh gosh. But then the moment I started, I felt so relaxed. And the breathing, I've shown a couple of my friends what we've done on your videos, and they've been laughing. But oh my God, it really, really gets you going, doesn't it? It
oh,
makes me wonder why I ever smoked in my past. Like,
yeah,
if everybody was able to do this at a young age, I think that you would start your life brilliantly.
yeah. Oh, totally, totally. So you liked our meditation and you like your pranayama. Did
I
you?
loved it. I loved it.
Yeah. Did you manage to continue by yourself, or is it really like group support that gets you going?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because I had my friend staying with me, and because I'd had a little bit too much fun at my friend's party, I haven't got back into it, but I do plan
Yeah.
on getting back into it ready then for the next lot.
Don't, as I always said, don't beat yourself up. Do not beat yourself up. At least you have knowledge of it now. You have awareness of it, and
Yes.
when it comes to it, you would do it anyway. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, perfect. And then just tell us a little bit about your, if you it's a bit private, but as much as you're comfortable with it, like what your health troubles, your health ailments. So you mentioned thyroid, you mentioned gut. What's with the gut?
Oh yeah, I don't know that the doctors just don't know what's wrong with me. That's why
What's the
I was
symptoms?
supposed.
What's the pain? What's the
The
pain? What's the
symptoms were, well, one day I ate a steak and I nearly went to A&E. Like, the pain under my rib cage, it felt like I was on a meat hook. I couldn't even get out of bed to go to hospital. And then it's just like acid. Whenever I press my stomach, it hurts. I don't know, that I've just been so many times. I've been on omeprazole for years,
Are you taking medications?
but I
Oh,
stopped taking them.
yeah.
I would stop taking them, then I would eat clean, then I would stop drinking. It's just been, it just comes back. But I've not had it yet, considering the weekends I've had since the detox, my stomach does not hurt at all. So they said to me it was either an ulcer or some kind of pesticide, not pesticides, some
Parasite.
kind of bugs,
Parasite.
parasites in my stomach. So, you know, I was chewing that clove oil. I think sometimes I was having too much of it. I'd forgotten how many scoops. And I kept thinking, whoa, this looks really big today. But I was just, yeah, chewing on it.
Yeah. Anyway, and how's your poop? You go regular?
I didn't poop for the first couple of days, but then when I did poop, it looked a bit darker. And I think even days afterwards, it was still my detox poop
Yeah, it is spirulina. Spirulina
because
makes you poop
it
dark.
was a
Yeah.
different color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
but I must admit, I did have the odd coffee because I really feel that that just seems to be something for me that helps me go daily. So I think I had about 3 coffees in the whole week.
But that's okay. Coffee is not too bad, honestly.
But
People,
I did buy organic. I did
thank
listen
you.
to what you said. Yeah, and to be honest, like the first couple of days of the detox, I was just at home, so it was okay. But when the reality of getting 2 kids to school and being in work by 8:30, I just had to have a coffee. Um, well, I mean, I'm not sure now if possibly onions and garlic did affect me because I didn't have any of those. And I've not had tomatoes or peppers or any of those. I
Mhm.
think the nightshade family as well, I think I might have to forget all of those from now on because I think maybe they were the culprits as well.
Yeah, there definitely. If you have any illness in your body, which you have thyroid, which you have autoimmune disease, you are in a group of autoimmune diseases.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
totally. Yeah. And then nightshades, like no, no. So it's like pepper, bells, tomato, aubergine, and potato, white potato. No good.
I
No
love
good.
peppers. I'm so upset about
I
that.
know, me too. Oh, my
But
favorite dish.
also,
Yeah. I know,
oh,
but don't lose hope. Don't lose hope because these autoimmune diseases are curable. You know, once you get proper cleanse in your body, you can start introducing those foods back.
oh,
No,
fab. Yeah, because the doctor wanted me to take thyroxine and I've said
no.
no. And they wanted me to take HRT, but instead, it was so funny. I was putting this aquamarine on my throat
Ah,
because I know that thyroid is throat chakra. I began speaking the truth, and the doctor said, "What have you been doing? What have you been taking?" And I said, "Nothing." And she said, "You've lowered, you know, you've raised your thyroid, but it's still low enough for you to have thyroxine." But I was like, no, I don't want any medication from the doctor, thanks.
no, because it would ruin your gut. And when you ruin your gut, your thyroid is not going to heal. So you have to
Yeah,
address your gut.
yeah. My body's telling me I'm out of balance, so it's up to me to sort that out.
Yeah. And you do it slowly with this detox and stuff. You know, like slowly, you get more understanding how you're supposed to create this. I call it yoga and detox lifestyle. Literally, just the yoga and detox lifestyle. You can still have fun. You can still go for a party. You can still drink, but you create this lifestyle that is 80-20. You remember if I ever talked
Yes.
about it, 80 you're good, 20 you go for a glass of wine. Why not?
Yeah,
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 so it
yeah.
works.
I like that. I feel lately every time I just seem to be getting better and better and better. Like I want to kind of completely change my lifestyle, but then I also need to remember that that fun factor of me is still there. So yeah, like you said, 80-20, that's where I want to
Yeah, and
be.
and also you don't. People usually get so overwhelmed. Like I want to change my life, and they start changing everything, and
And
they
it's
end up
too
like
much.
losing, losing the will to live. It's like, oh my god, I can't have this. Slowly, gradually, till your taste buds changes, till
Yes.
your habits changes. So when you go to the fridge, your habitual just reach for the good food rather than the bad food. It just for me, it takes time. It takes lifestyle, the
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
to do it. But you gradually change everything rather than all at once.
Yeah. The thing is, I enjoy healthy food. Like I
Mhm.
would never have a McDonald's unless I had a hangover. I hate like food like that normally.
Yeah, I would not even have, especially when I have a hangover. Oh my God, if I have hangover, I can't even like just offer me fries and I puke straight away. Anyway, it's terrible. Anyway, I just wanted to ask you the other question that I was thinking for you to share with us about embarking on this week with us. Did you have any misconceptions, doubts, or concerns? Or what was your mental, emotional state? Did you
When I saw the shopping list, I was like, oh my God, what is this? And I did panic and I tried to order as much online, but then I was shocked how much stuff was in the shops. And then I was like, I can't afford all of this food organic. But I was shocked how reasonable it was and how much better it tasted. I don't know. I was really into it. Maybe by about day, because I did my son's birthday party with party food, cake. They were sitting there going, come on, mummy, eat. And I was there with my smoothie that I'd saved to sit round the table.
Wow.
Maybe day 5, I was like, oh, I'm hungry now. I really want to have like brown rice or something flavory. But yeah, I think it's like anything, isn't it? When you're close to the end, you possibly, I think now I know I would do my meals a bit more differently on the evening. I was having a very similar meal every day,
Yeah.
just changing the odd thing. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. When I get into something, I really get into it. So when I'm good, I'm really good. And then when I go bad, I go really bad. And then I just recover even quicker to be good again. I like the satisfaction of of feeling good about myself and I feel like I've achieved something.
Exactly.
So,
And you know that something is good for you, something that would improve your life, like on
yes.
many levels, not just physical, and on mental, emotional, and just being proud of yourself that you achieved something. That's brilliant.
Yeah, and whenever I looked in the mirror, I could see my stomach was going flatter. My cellulite, honestly, it just was getting better and better. I was body brushing. In work, the girls were saying, oh my God, your skin looks amazing. So I think that was really cheering me on to continue. And I just kept down in the water. Yeah, I just kept everything I was doing. I just felt like I was being so good to myself.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes I can beat myself up, like, why did you drink that bottle of wine? Or why did you eat that takeaway? Whereas it felt so good for it to be the opposite feeling to that self-hating feeling.
Yes, totally. It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And then once you embarked the week and then you went through it and we discussed a little bit about that, did you have aha moment? Like something that, oh my God, like I never knew that. Or these kind of moments when it's like, wow, that's great. I'll keep that for the rest of the life.
Bit of a roller coaster, sometimes I felt tired, other days I felt full of energy. I've definitely gone on and on about it to everybody in work, and like a few people have been like, oh, I could never do that. And I'm like, you could, because it seems like it's difficult or it's a big deal, but to be honest, it was so simple and back to basics, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally. Exactly. You just said it beautifully. Rather than complicated stuff, you just removed what you are
Yeah,
doing, and then what's left, it's like
yeah,
good food. You just
yeah.
put the bed, what's left, it's good.
Yeah,
So
like
maybe,
I'm such a condiment person. I have to have sauces and chutneys, and it's made me realize they're just full of rubbish, and I don't actually need to have them anymore. And I think my taste buds have changed. And I think I appreciated food as well. Like on the day we were fasting, I was like, yummy, this flaxseed clove is so tasty. I'm going to
exactly.
enjoy every chew.
It's so true. Oh my God, it's so true. You cannot believe
The
that you enjoy
smoothie,
clothes.
I couldn't eat that smoothie one day. I was too full.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah,
Sometimes, yes.
so full.
And then it keeps you full for the rest, like lots of hours, like hours afterwards. You don't
Yeah,
crave food. Yeah.
no,
Anyway.
I loved it. I couldn't believe how different it tasted on different days as well.
So what
Um,
would you tell others? Okay, so someone is complaining, for example, someone is complaining about they have some health issues, and you would suggest, hey, do the detox. what would you tell them about the whole experience?
I would say that it's a journey that they need to go on to discover themselves. Obviously, like, we learnt about the parasites in the body, and before you'd even said about what diseases it made you have, I'd already worked that out, and I just thought, oh my God, I think everybody needs to know about this. There's so much rubbish out there we're putting into our bodies. No one is telling us about this. Like, even with COVID, why are people not being told what to do to raise their immune system? I think that everyone should try it. It's good for self-discipline. I thought that I was a healthy eater, but then I realized that it's such a big money-making area, isn't it? For
Yes, the food industry is like big, and pharma, food and pharma, they're just making money.
Yeah, how easy is it to make almond milk? I'd already seen there was rapeseed oil in oat milk, and it made me feel sick as I was drinking it. So now I make my own almond milk.
Exactly.
And I would eat even the coconut water. The kids were laughing at me. Why is there loads of coconuts here? And I was just putting the water into my smoothie.
Oh,
honestly, you cannot beat. It's going back down to basics. Like, obviously, it's the gluten, it's the everything that we've all got in our body.
Yeah, yeah, and also apart from this physical element, physical part of us, also, and you are into it, vibrational, emotional, and mental. You know, like
Yes,
it's
that's it.
we kind of vicious circles. When body starts going wrong, we end up feeling not very good, as in emotionally we start being tired, fatigued, you know, like pain here, pain there. So mind is not free. Like in yoga, you know, once you have the suffering, this moksha, constantly cycling, like rebirth of illness and healing, illness and healing, rather than just creating lifestyle, and you're always on a healing path, because you always have to heal. So many toxins around us, so many negative
Yes.
stuff, negative people, and especially nowadays situation in the world, what's going on, fear and anxiety and stress. And that's, you know, that stress shuts your immune system down. When you're under the stress, nothing works in your body, it just shuts it, because that's how body operates, because all
Yeah.
the function.
I definitely, yeah, I felt the less stress. Sorry, it's gone a bit quiet now because someone tried to call. But yeah, I felt less stressed that week. The least stressed ever.
Okay, Tracy, thank you so much about this.
My
I'm going to
pleasure. Thank you.